Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started, guys. I appreciate each and every one of y'all getting here and coming on with our Zoom. It's one of those things that I have gotten to where we're doing quite a bit of, and so I love the ability to see everybody's faces, but it helps me. So if y'all want to watch or let other people see you, feel free. If not, that's fine. I understand. I certainly appreciate Miss Morales and leadership and Mr. Burleson and stuff at the leadership at the campuses for allowing us to spend some time with you. We've got a bunch of information that I want to share with you. On the front of your packet, there is a website that you should have received. On the front of that packet, it has a sticker that says COVID-19.LegalShieldBenefits with an S.com. COVID-19.LegalShieldBenefits with an S.com. That is a website that our law firm has put together for all of y'all. They're answering. The law firm has been open during this time all of the time. They haven't ever shut down, and so therefore they have been taking anywhere from 2,200 to 2,600 calls a day, and there's been a lot of them that have asked different questions about COVID and how it's affecting them, what the CDC has said, because the CDC keeps changing rules and laws and are allowing the governors and the states to change things and stuff. And so a lot of things are getting changed around on us. And so therefore, a lot of people have questions. Do I have to keep my gym membership? Do I have to pay it? The gym's been closed for 4 months. I haven't been able to go. What are my legal rights? What can or can't be done there? If I miss a payment or if I miss a rent payment or something, can they foreclose on? Can they shut my house down? Can they evict? All of the legal questions that they have been having over this situation with the rule changes and the stuff with the CDC and employment and stuff like that, all of them have had a lot of questions. And all of those questions that have come into the law firm that have been repetitive, they put on this website and they update it once a week minimums. A lot of the time, if there's a bunch in one day, they update it the same day. And so they also put the answer on that website. So even if you're not a member of Legal Shield, you can use that website, COVID-19.LegalShieldBenefits.com, and it explains a lot of the different stuff that's going on. This is a tremendous resource for y'all to understand what's going on. If you're a member, pick up the phone and call them. They'd love to hear from you and answer your personal question. We use the law firm just ever so often. I'll call them about something, and it's not necessarily that I'm trying to sue somebody or I'm trying to do this or that. It's I need answers. I couldn't afford, if I didn't have my membership, I couldn't afford $300 to $500 an hour for an attorney to talk to them. I'm priced out of the legal system, and so therefore being able to spend my little $18.95 monthly, it makes my difference in me knowing what I can or can't do and what's legal. And so therefore that's the glory part about me having my membership. So y'all take that into consideration and go to the website and look at it, because there may be some questions that other people have asked that you would like to know, or you may have the same question, and then again you may think of it, may spark some things that, well, I didn't think about that. So be sure to drop by the website and look at that. It is a tremendous resource. Again, the membership that we have, let me see, come on, move, there we go. I'm Raymond Hooker, by the way, and I'm your Legal Shield representative, have been for since 2009, and I love to work with y'all. If you have a issue or a concern or anything, don't hesitate to call me, please. There's my phone number and that's my email. Don't hesitate to call me, and if I can help you in any way. Of course, if you have a legal question, you need to call the law firm. I can't answer legal questions, but I can help you with anything else that you may need. The thing about the benefit is it is portable. I mean, it is easy to use. We don't have a claim form. We don't have deductibles. We don't have co-pays. It is fully portable. I hope that you are happy where you're at and don't ever leave. But if you do, you can take it with you. You do have to arrange for payment or what have you. So it is portable, and you keep the same discounted rate. Y'all's rate, I'll be up front. I'm going to show you after a little bit. It's $18.95 for our life events legal plan. For it covers a single person or the family, whoever is needed. We don't charge extra for the family. The thing about that is, outside of the TLCA, that membership's $24.95 monthly, and the identity theft is $24.95 monthly. So together they're like $49.90, and y'all get them both like for $31.90 instead of $49.95. So y'all get a tremendous discount, and it is something that y'all can take with you. So the thing about it in a nutshell, we provide access to the legal system without worrying about those high hourly costs, that $300 to $500 an hour that you spend outside of Legal Shield to get the questions and the things that you need answered. Plus, about 95% of what you need, especially if you're proactive and preventative instead of reactionary and defensive, about 95% of everything you need will be handled at no additional cost other than your monthly membership. I've got some stories that I'll share with you here in a minute or whatever. But for one flat fee, just that low flat monthly fee, you have access to legal issues, whether they're trivial or traumatic. And one of the traumatic ones is, I have a friend that had a lawsuit filed against him for $875,000. He was served one Saturday morning. He woke up, the doorbell rang. He went to the door, and they asked if this was, asked him if it was his name, and he said yes. And the little girl gave him a paper and said, "You've been served." And so Sunday morning, he had a really good friend that was a lawyer at his church. And so Sunday morning, he put it in his pocket in his suit. Whenever he seen the guy at church, he walked up to him, pulled it out. And just as he pulled it out, the lawyer saw that it was a legal document. He said, "Sir," he said, "if you don't have $15,000 retainer," he said, "I can't even talk to you. My law firm won't let me talk to you." So he didn't know what he was going to do. And then he remembered that he had the Legal Shield membership, and he called, and they were able to write a letter for him and get that. It went away. They called and said, the lawyer from the other side called and said, "You aren't part of this. We find after visiting with your attorney, we find you're not part of this. So if you'll come by and sign some papers, you won't be part of this lawsuit." And so that gives us equal opportunity. It gives us equality and justice because we're able to do those type of things. Our application, all of us have this remote control to our life. And so therefore on mine, I have this application. So if I want to call and ask personal legal questions, I can do that on an unlimited basis. No matter how many times I need to ask a question, I'm able to pick up the phone, dial the 800 number by punching the button on the app and say, "I need advice on." Of course, also, being a teacher like y'all are, y'all have a license just like myself, and just an accusation against my license could cause a major disruption in my life. And so therefore, for any reason that y'all could have a student or something that would say something or what have you, at least you have access to help your situation. We have had some of that a couple of times in other districts and stuff. And so it is something that is out there. This makes it peace of mind for y'all. After speaking to you on the legal, on the telephone, if they find a letter or phone call can make a difference, they'll be glad to write that letter. They wrote a letter for me for $475 because they sent me a bill for that to disconnect my electricity. And I called and asked them what it was for, and they said, "Well, you changed the service." And I said, "But I sold the building and the meter and the land to another man. I can't make him use your service." And he said, "That's okay. There was 2 months left on the contract. You'll have to pay this." After speaking with my law firm, because I could, instead of having to worry about the cost of the hourly cost for $475, $300 to $500 an hour, I was able to ask them, and they said, well, it was illegal for them to do that because I had sold the property that voided the contract. So therefore, letters and phone calls, they wrote that letter. The electricity company called after they received the letter and said that I'd paid on time and paid in full, so they weren't going to charge me. And of course, my letter said they had to send it in writing, so I asked them if they would, and they said they'd already done that. So, and that they hoped I'd use their service in the future, and of course, not a chance. But those things like that, there's just different things that we have, little small issues that come up all the time. And so therefore, just having the power to have that letter written, you may have had something taken to the cleaners and they messed it up, and it may not be but $40, but it's your $40, and you ought to have it taken care of. So, it's amazing what those little demand letters, as the law firm calls it, I call them motivational letters, because it motivates people to do what they should have done to begin with and take care of you. Of course, contract and document review. If you're going to apply your family's good name to a contract, let's make sure it's in your best interest. We also do motor vehicle services. You can see here on the application. Let me see right here. There we go. I need the little red dot. Where is it? Here we go. There we go. Right here it says snap speeding ticket. If for any reason that you get a moving violation, you want to take a picture of it and upload it to the through the app on the phone, and they're going to call you back within 4 business hours and see how they can best handle that. I've had a few of those, unfortunately. I'm still a preferred driver with my insurance company, so therefore I don't have to pay any more increase on insurance. By the way, if you have minor children driving, they have the right to double your insurance if that minor child gets 2 moving violations within a 12-month period. So they need to be taken care of for sure. They need to go away. And so so they don't hit their record, whether they have to pay a fine or not, or take defensive driving or whatever they need to do, they just need to go away as far as your insurance is concerned. So therefore, we'll be glad to do that. And let's see here. I need to cancel. Well, okay, we won't worry about that. Anyhow, also your will, your healthcare power of attorney and medical directive. Once again, if you haven't got these documents prepared, it's all part of our membership at no additional cost. Now, one of the things I want to tell you that I learned whenever my dad was in the hospital did not want to take his healthcare power of attorney because it was over 2 years old. I don't know if that's a general case, but they said they weren't going to accept the healthcare power of attorney while he was in the hospital. And of course, with our application, we're able to go to the forms, legal forms right there at the very top of it, right here. And so we were able to create those documents right there and print them out, and we're able to go ahead and get started with his healthcare power of attorney. Here's the thing about this, guys, right now with this COVID-19 going on, if you or one of your family members was to be in the hospital, if they put y'all on a vent, or if they're put on a ventilator, if y'all don't have any way of being an advocate for that person with that healthcare power of attorney, it is the state and the hospital that decides what goes on. If someone passes without paperwork, the will, the healthcare, or the will and the last love letter to their family, the judge becomes the executor. I know this is. I mean, I'm blunt, but guys, I've seen this happen in some of my family. Even we've had a lot of trouble with that situation where a person passed without a will, and it took a lot more than what it should have to straighten out all of that stuff. And so these are very important documents. It's all part of our membership, and there's no additional cost for all covered family members. And I should have told you that to begin with. I'm sorry. We cover the member, you the member. We cover your spouse, significant other, domestic partner. We cover any children in your home up to 26 that are not married, that are dependent, full-time college, whether they live at home or at college. We cover any child you're guarding for up to the age of 18, any mentally or physically challenged child for life, so long as they live at home, and there's no additional cost other than the $18.95. But be thinking about these things, because this is paperwork that needs to be done, especially with what's going on right now, guys. I can't tell you enough. Also, the other product that we have is identity theft. Right now, identity theft has been a #1 complaint with the Federal Trade Commission for 19 years straight. And with COVID going on right now, it's just getting worse, because people are at home. They get to playing around on the computer and they find things, and it's amazing. A lot of medical records, especially right now, are being stolen and are done. So therefore, that's one of those things. And then yeah, we'll take questions here in just a minute, for sure. So the thing about, they don't want information. They want, they don't want your money. They want information, because they can become you and change things. And so therefore, it's very important to monitor everything. Right now, our product actually monitors over 100 items that you can actually monitor just by putting the information in. The dark web, Social Security, all of those that are listed, passport, social media accounts. They're watching all the bank accounts, and it's basically whenever you go in and put what you want in there, you toggle where it says more down here. There's a little gear now on the new application. Looks like a little gear. You punch that, and you can toggle between your legal app and your ID Shield app. Our identity theft is event driven, and it's unlimited consultation and guidance. The nice part about it, guys, whenever if something happens in your life, you're going to be given a licensed private investigator for you. And that's the one person that you'll work with, and they're going to put you back to pre-theft status. They do whatever it takes, as long as it takes, to clear your records for life. In other words, they're going to put you back to pre-theft status. And it's a comprehensive restoration. You also have a $25,000 reimbursement policy should there be a loss of funds or something. And so therefore, this is the coolest thing. We've been ranked #1 in the United States now for 2 years because of this restoration program that we have, and the licensed private investigator. While you work, do what you need to do, make a living, and do everything you need to do, we put you back to pre-theft status. So that's just, it makes sense. On the ID Shield, we cover the member and spouse, and up to 8 minor children, or monitor up to 8 minor children up to the age of 18. Any child that turns 18, they can actually sign contracts and commit themselves, so they need their own monitoring system. But one of the nice parts about y'all's product is even dependent coverage for our dependent children that are still dependent at home, up to 26. We'll do restoration for them through the group membership that you have. We just won't monitor. They need their own monitoring, which they can get from us too. So therefore, that's the cool part about it, is they even do the restoration for them. So the cost, of course, our life events legal plan for either one of y'all, either single people or family, we cover all of it's one life events legal plan. It's just our legal plan is $18.95 monthly. The individual ID Shield is actually these. I should have corrected this. This is for a regular group. Y'all are on our large group price. So this is actually $8.45 for an individual identity theft, if that's all you want. If you want them together, it's $27.40. There's 50 cents difference here. I should have corrected that. And then, of course, on the family side of the ID Shield, it's $18.95 if you just want the ID Shield by itself. If you want the legal and the identity theft plans there, this is $31.90 because they dropped the ID Shield to $12.95. You save $6 on it if you buy them together. So therefore, a lot of people want to know, well, I'd love to have it, but the cost of it, it just, you know. Well, let me tell you what. We've got a perks program that companies would love to be able to offer to their employees, because we have over 800 stores or 800 entities that give us discount. We've got about 5 million members now, and because of that, companies come to us even now and want to know, can we get on y'all's perks program so that we can give a little discount to get access to y'all's members whenever you have that many people. We have hotel and motel discounts. I was the greatest pawpaw that ever was. We took the grandkids last year to Great Wolf Lodge here up in Grapevine. Instead of $290 a night, we paid $160. We also have, if we have guys on here, I think I've seen some guys on here. If y'all do oil changes and work on your cars, Advanced Auto Parts gives us a flat 25% discount. I've used that because I buy a lot of stuff for the cars and what have you. So, I mean, anytime you can save $25 off of a $100 battery and pay $75, I'm for that, because that pays my membership for a month. If we'll use our perks program, I will guarantee if you use your perks program, you'll save more money than what you spend for your membership. I save about $1,200 a year on my cell phone bill. I was with Sprint on one of those family plans, and so what happened, I went in and I was paying $271 a month for 2 iPhone 7s with insurance and 1 gig of data between them. And then they put this big sign on the door, a window that said 4 lines, unlimited talk, text, and data for $100. I thought, man, I can save $170 a month. So I went in there and I told them, I said, I want to switch over to this plan. And what did they tell me? That's for new customers. Anybody? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I told them, well, it's your lucky day. I'm going to be a new customer today. And of course they laughed and said, Mr. Hooker, that's for new customers. And I said, I'm going to be somebody else's new customer then. And so since actually Legal Shield offers AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, I went and called all of them through our perks program. And T-Mobile offered me a really good deal. They offered me 2 iPhone 8 Pluses, brand new with insurance, unlimited talk, text, data, and a hotspot to work my computers on each phone. And so therefore, with that ability, I was able to save that because it was $160 a month for both of those. So that saves me $100 a month on my cell phone service. That then makes about $1,200 a year. My membership's like $250 a year. So, I mean, every year that I stay on this, that I'm saving. Also, whenever the phones dropped off, whenever we stopped having to pay for the phones in March, our bill dropped to $102. So I tell you guys, if y'all use your perks program, you'll save more money than you'll ever spend on the membership. So there's the access to over 800 company. If y'all, should be an application in your packet. If you're a member already, you need to do nothing. It rolls over, keeps the same price, same stuff, everything's the same. If you're not a member and want to join, get the application and fill it out, and either get it back to Miss Christella or Johnny if some of y'all are at the high school, or you can email it to me, upload it and email it to me, and we'll get you started. So I really appreciate y'all's time getting on with me or whatever. If you want to unmute, and if you have a question, I'll be glad to take questions, guys.
Hey, Randy, on the 25% discount at an auto store, what was that auto store?
It's Advanced Auto Parts. And
okay.
what you do is you go into your application, and once again, in the little gear down here in the bottom, you can do it on the computer or you can go through the app. You can punch the little gear on the bottom and it pulls up the where you can toggle over to member perks. And then you'll, of course, member perks, your email address is your username, and then you have to create a password for it. Once you get in, you can hit search and hit auto, and advanced auto parts will come up. There's a bunch of other stuff in there. I mean, we get discounts for buying cars. We buy cars at employee discount or less. I mean, there's over, like I said, I've got 2 books that have 2 1-inch binders that are full of sheets from all of the stuff that I usually bring whenever I come for people to look at, because it's just massive. It is absolutely massive. And so just you go into the app, call them and ask them what part you want. If you don't know the part number, if you can't find it on the app, whenever you go into the Advanced Auto Parts app, and they'll give you enter that, pay for it, tell them that you want to pick it up at the store. Whenever you go in, you just sign a piece of paper and pick up your part. You're ready to go, and it automatically you can apply the 25% discount. It's really cool.
Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Hey, Daniel, got a question? Unmute yourself if you do. Anyone else? Well, guys, once again, I appreciate y'all taking time to come and visit with us. Get your application to Miss Christella, and she'll give me a holler, and we'll get you going. Or y'all can email it to me there. And I appreciate y'all taking the time ever so much. If I can help you anyway, don't hesitate to give me a holler, because